New York City at night is a living, breathing labyrinth of neon lights, rain-soaked streets, and endless secrets. In the downpour of relentless rain, every shadow whispers of danger, and every flickering light hides a story. Amidst this urban chaos walks John Wick, a man whose name is both feared and revered in the criminal underworld. Known as the Baba Yaga, he is a solitary figure burdened by a past full of loss, yet propelled by an unyielding determination to confront whatever comes his way. Unknown to John, far above the city's gleaming skyline, a lethal force had been watching him. The elite predator, hailing from an ancient clan of intergalactic hunters, had been drawn to Earth by legends of a man who fought with unparalleled ferocity. In the predator's eyes, John Wick was not merely another target, he was the ultimate prize. The last worthy adversary who could challenge the might of an elite warrior. John Wick moved through the rain-drenched streets with an almost meditative focus. His black suit, tailored to perfection, clung to his lean, muscular frame, concealing scars and memories from countless battles. Every step was calculated, every breath measured. His mind, as sharp as the knives he wielded, replayed fragments of his past. A life once filled with warmth, now transformed into a relentless crusade of survival and retribution. On this particular night, however, an uncharacteristic unease nagged at him. As he passed under the flickering glow of a streetlight, he sensed that he was no longer alone. There was something in the air, a barely perceptible hum of advanced technology, a presence that defied the usual rhythm of the city. Unbeknownst to him, the elite predator had already begun its silent approach. High above, in the labyrinth of rooftops and hidden alleys, the predator's advanced sensors scanned the darkness. Its eyes, a blend of alien optics and sophisticated thermal imaging, locked onto John's heat signature. The predator recalled ancient traditions of honor and combat. Tonight, it would test itself against the legendary assassin whose every move was poetry in motion. As John navigated the bustling corridors of Chinatown, the rain intensified, blurring the neon signs into a surreal cascade of color. His senses, honed by years of combat and loss, detected something out of the ordinary, a fleeting glint of metal, a shape that didn't belong. He paused, instinctively reaching for the custom pistol holstered at his side. A moment later, the silence shattered. From the darkness above, a figure descended like a specter. The elite predator materialized, its presence announced by the low hum of energy and the unmistakable sound of advanced weaponry engaging. Over 7 feet tall and encased in rugged, battle-worn armor, the creature's silhouette exuded a predatory grace. Dreadlocks, interwoven with strands of technology and tradition, framed its imposing head. Beneath its biomask, a pair of unblinking eyes assessed John with a cold, calculating gaze. Without hesitation, John fired. The staccato rhythm of his pistol echoed off the rain-slicked pavement, yet the bullets glanced off the predator's reinforced armor as if they were mere pebbles. The predator inclined its head, almost as if amused by the mortal's efforts, and its thermal vision picked up every detail of John's struggle. From atop a nearby building, the predator's shoulder cannon began to charge. A brilliant bolt of plasma arced through the humid air, striking the concrete with devastating force. The explosion sent shards of glass and debris raining down. John dove for cover behind a battered car, his mind racing to adapt to this new threat. He knew his enemy was unlike any he had encountered, a foe that blurred the lines between technology and primal instinct. In a deserted alley, where neon reflections danced on puddles, John emerged to face his pursuer. The predator, uncloaking with deliberate precision, advanced slowly. Its wrist blades, honed to lethal sharpness, glinted under the sporadic bursts of light. There was no room for hesitation. This was a duel of honor and survival. John, ever the tactician, switched tactics in an instant. He holstered his pistol, drawing instead a sleek combat knife. The choice was clear. This was no longer a firefight from afar, but a close-quarters dance of death. Their eyes met, and in that silent moment, both adversaries acknowledged the gravity of the confrontation. Two warriors, each hardened by their own battles, prepared to etch their final chapter into the annals of combat. The predator lunged with a speed that defied human comprehension. Jon sidestepped with equal agility, the rain blurring their movements into a frenzy of motion. Steel met armor as Jon's knife slashed at the predator's exposed flank. The creature responded with a savage counter, a backhand blow that sent Jon sprawling into the gritty pavement. The force shattered nearby glass, the sound mingling with the relentless patter of rain. Gritting his teeth against the pain, Jon rose to his feet. The predator's next move was a calculated strike, a series of rapid sweeping attacks designed to disarm and incapacitate. Each time Jon parried or dodged, he pushed himself to the limits of human endurance, his mind a whirlwind of strategy and instinct honed over years of relentless combat. The duel escalated, drawing the attention of late-night wanderers and forcing bystanders into hasty retreats. Neon signs flickered overhead, casting a surreal glow upon the battleground. With every parry and every counter, the air grew thick with tension. Jon's breathing became labored, the sting of multiple wounds a constant reminder of his mortality. In a moment of daring, Jon managed to land a decisive strike. His knife pierced through a gap in the predator's armor, drawing a spray of luminous, greenish fluid, an otherworldly equivalent of blood. For a split second, it seemed as though the balance might tilt in Jon's favor, but the predator was an elite warrior, forged in the crucible of countless hunts across the stars. The predator's eyes narrowed behind its mask. It advanced with renewed ferocity, its movements a blur of lethal precision. A rapid series of blows left Jon reeling. His arms shook with the effort of defending against the relentless assault. Desperation and determination warred within him. He was no stranger to pain, but this enemy was relentless, unyielding, and driven by a code of honor that left no room for mercy. In the final crescendo of the battle, Jon mustered every last ounce of his strength. He surged forward, launching a flurry of desperate strikes, his every move a testament to years of combat mastery. But the predator anticipated each maneuver. With a swift, almost graceful sidestep, it positioned itself perfectly to deliver the final blow. Its wrist blades, honed to perfection, struck with a force that shattered the moment. Time slowed as the blades found their mark. They pierced Jon's chest with surgical precision. The impact was brutal. Jon's eyes widened in shock and pain as cold steel breached his defenses, and he felt the searing agony of a heart struck down by a warrior who would not be denied his victory. Jon's world began to dim. The rain continued to fall, indifferent to the tragedy unfolding on the pavement. He sank slowly to his knees, his vision blurred by the mingling of blood and raindrops. In his final moments, memories cascaded through his mind: the warmth of a once loving family, the camaraderie of fallen friends, and the endless nights spent fighting demons, both literal and metaphorical. Each memory was a silent eulogy for the life he had lost and for the man he had become. The elite predator stood over him, its eyes still fixed on the fallen assassin. In that silent exchange, there was a profound respect, a warrior's acknowledgement of an adversary who had fought with every ounce of strength and honor. The predator knelt beside Jon, a gesture that transcended the brutality of combat. It paused, its visor reflecting the neon glow of the city, as if to pay homage to the fallen legend. Jon's breathing grew shallow, and his gaze met the predator's. There was no malice in that final look, only acceptance. The great assassin who had once struck fear into the hearts of men now faced the inevitable end with the dignity of a true warrior. In that quiet, rain-soaked moment, the life of Jon Wick flickered and faded, a solitary flame extinguished by the inexorable hand of fate. The rain washed over the scene, erasing the traces of the brutal duel, as if nature itself sought to cleanse the sins of the night. The elite predator rose, its task complete. yet its mind lingered on the encounter. This hunt had been different. It was not merely a mission, but a test of honor. The predator activated its cloaking device and melted into the urban night, leaving behind a silence that was almost reverent. In the aftermath, New York City continued its relentless pulse, the neon lights undimmed and the rain ever persistent. But for those who knew the stories whispered in the dark, the name John Wick would now carry an added weight, a reminder that even legends can fall. And somewhere, in the vast cosmos, the elders of the Predator clan would record this duel as one of honor, a final testament to the indomitable spirit of a man who once danced with death and, even in defeat, earned the respect of a superior foe. As the city slowly returned to its rhythm, the echoes of that fateful night served as a somber reminder. In a world where the boundaries between man and monster blur, true warriors are defined not by how long they live, but by the honor with which they meet their end.